Hey, it's Patches, one of the Peas in the Pod, and back with you for another update on the MLB standings. As you can see, this was the last time I did them, but of course there's been a slight change, not so much, but in such ramifications, they're quite significant at best. So, as you can see, I've written down the standings as of today, and so we are going to not only organize but also take out the teams that have been eliminated. Yes, so let's begin. And really, let's go. Oh, there they are. So we'll start with the National League East. It's pretty much the same. Washington, Miami, Atlanta, New York, Philadelphia. Philadelphia definitely eliminated, so they're out. And technically, so are the Mets and so are the Braves. Only 30 games left, and I highly doubt they'll come back. So Washington and Florida remaining contenders in the East as of right now. Washington currently 15 games ahead of the Marlins. Marlins have lost 4 games in a row, and the Nationals lead just maybe about getting close and close to another division title. Now for the Central, still the same: Cubs, Brewers, Cardinals, Pirates, Reds. As of right now, just the 2 teams that are technically eliminated are the Reds and the Pirates. They're gone. There, so it's now just the Cardinals, who are 6 games back, Milwaukee 3.5 back, and the Cubs in first place, trying to defend their NL Central title. Now for the West. Sorry, again, folks, a bit of a mishap. As I was saying, you have the NL West standings again the same: Dodgers, D-backs, Colorado Rockies, and the 2 wimpy teams in the West. I still don't understand how you can win one World Series and do worse the next year and then do better. I don't get it. But the Giants again having another off year after making the postseason every even year this decade. So Padres and the Giants are out. And technically the Rockies, I would possibly knock them out too. I mean, they're 19.5 games back, and I mean, what do you think? Should I get rid of them for the division? Yeah, why not? Besides, there's still a wild card, so we'll put that there. And speaking of the wild card, as we organize both Arizona and Los Angeles, I'll keep in mind now, LA has lost quite a bit of games while Arizona's winning streak. Could a collapse happen? Maybe, just maybe. But as looking at the wild card in the National League, of course, the D-backs, you have the Colorado in there. And of course, in the hunt, you have Milwaukee, St. Louis, and Miami. Miami is 6 games back, while St. Louis is 5 games back. It's not over. It's not over. So, that's it for the National League. Now on to the American League. Okay, now on to the American League, where there's been a slight change. Baltimore's actually hopped over Tampa Bay for 3rd place in the East, whereas Toronto, the 2-time defending AL East champions, gone. So as of right now, look at the standings. Tampa is 9.5 back, Baltimore 8, Boston and New York, the usual contenders for the East. New York is 4.5 back behind Boston. So Tampa go here. It's not over yet, so I'll leave them in the for the division hunt. And there's Boston right there. As So the Central, again, remains the same. Indians, Twins. We're all trying to fix the cat. There we go, there's the focus. Twins in second place behind Cleveland. Kansas City right there. Detroit and the White Sox. So definitely take those two out. They're gone. Kansas City, oh boy, I mean, they were doing so well getting back in the division hunt, but now they're 11 games back. So, yeah, and they had heard of a great bad scoreless streak of how many games it was? Oh, jeez. Leave a comment below how many games it was for me, please, because how do you not score any runs for that long games? So Kansas City goes here, Minnesota as well as Cleveland. Now for the West. As you can see, I'm focusing on the Mariners. The Mariners at one point, they were gonna be a good contender, but suddenly they've been slacking. And you can see on the wild card, they were as much as 1.5 games behind the wild card leading Yankees. But they've lost 4 in a row. And now, because of that, not only have they been downgraded in the West behind Oakland, they're also gone from the wild card. And so is Kansas City. Ew. So now we're going to add 2 more teams to the list, which you're going to be very surprised are now in the wild card hunt. Okay, so the 2 teams that are now in the wild card following the Angels, Twins, and the Yankees are Baltimore, who are only 2.5 back, and Tampa Bay, who are only 4 back. So that's half a wild card. They've done pretty good. They've basically knocked down the Mariners. So we're gonna take out Oakland. They're done. Seattle, yeah, as well as Texas. So their divisional season is done. It's all between Los Angeles and Houston. And of course, Houston, we all know what's going on down there. The Astros, they've been playing their games recently in Tampa because of what's going on, because of Hurricane Harvey. For us the pods, all our prayers go out to all the victims, all the survivors who lost loved ones, memories. Our prayers go out to you. And hopefully you will go through this. That's it for the MLB standings. Later, I'm going to be setting up the my NFL gumball helmets, because football season starts in a week. Is it a week? No, wait. Well, anyway, it's starting soon. So I'll be setting that up later, and hope you liked what I did with these. And stay tuned for more material from the pods. Pods out.